This June marks the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Behind us on set today, you're going to see film from that fateful day. And we have three important guests who are talking about the importance of veterans in our local unions. Welcome today, and we have with us Eric Elzy, you're with the Local 502 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Jason Schultz with the Sheet Metal Local 110, and Charlie Essex with IBEW Local 369. All here to talk about the Union Year of Giving. You're calling it a number of projects, but first on deck is Honor Flight Bluegrass. Tell me why.
We want to show appreciation for all the veterans that have served our country for our freedom, and what we like to do is show them the same brotherhood and sisterhood that they experienced in the military, that we have the same thing here in the civilian life. And the way their transition from the military into civilian life is maybe not so difficult, and we also offer them a good paying job, good wages, good benefits, so they can continue to support their family the way they did when they were in the military.
Now, Jason, I know you have some veterans in your family, and so helping 75 veterans make it out to Washington, D.C. and see the memorials is important to you.
Yes, ma'am, very much so. My grandpa served in the Army, my middle brother served in the Navy, and my youngest brother was actually active combat in Afghanistan in Operation Enduring Freedom. So it's a big deal for me personally. It's a big deal for our local. We probably have well over 20% of our local are probably veterans easily. So it is a big deal for us, and it's something we're prideful of. We want to make sure to take care of these people for what they did for us. So we're just trying to give a little bit back for them.
Charlie, tell me how it makes you feel to be doing something like this. It's an important project.
It's outstanding. My father's a veteran. My niece is a veteran. We're about 30%, so I'm on top of Jason as far as our IBEW. And I'll say this about the unions. We fight together like the Air Force, Navy, Army. We're a team. So when we got on job sites, we're a group together, and we like to, look like the Air Force. And whatever we can do as a group, like we're showing force here, that's what we do every day. So unions stand up every day for the rights of people to work hard, get a good wage. And, the Army and the Air Force and Navy, they do the same thing, except they give us freedom. So it's a group thing. It's a good feeling.
Eric, what would you want people to know that they can really be part of this? There's going to be a telethon later today. I can give online as well, but it's going to take some money to get 75 veterans to Washington, D.C.
I would say anything that you could reach out and give, anything you can deep down and give money to help these people, these guys. It means a lot to these veterans to get to Washington, D.C. to see the monuments and have it go back to people that they lost while they were fighting wars. And anything you can do to help out, each local is going to help. But we can't obviously pay for the whole trip. We'd like to see other people reach out in the community.
I know it meant a lot to my father, who was on the front in Germany. My father-in-law was on a honor flight years ago. And Jason, what would you want to make sure that the veterans in this community hear from the unions?
That we support them. This is all for them. We're just trying to help you guys to honor what you've done for us, to say thanks. It's just a way for us to give back to the community, not only to the veterans, but to everybody else in the community, just to show that, we're here to help. That's what we're for.
And Charlie, overall, there are going to be several wonderful ways that unions are teaming up this calendar year to give. And what is the overarching message?
It's about how strong we are together as a union, how much we can do for this city, this state. We're there every day. We're on the front lines every day. You lose power, what do you want power? Something happens, you want power. It's the electricians there on first. And you got the water coming. And I don't know what these guys show up for. But you got to get the big stuff there. And that's what we're there for. We're not really first responders. We're not called that. And really we are. Everybody wants that. And nothing against, the police and fire. I respect them very much in their union also.
Terrific. Thank you all very much. And again, we're rooting for this to take off and take flight with everyone on board today. Tune in to WHAS 11 for the telethon to raise money for this Honor Flight Bluegrass. It airs today from 4 to 6:30 on WHAS 11. You can also log on to WHAS11.com to give.